Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a minute, but I always got to have Sharon in this hot seat whenever she drops something. So we are here with Sharon C. Cooper. She is in the book bar, and wow, thank you all. There's just a bunch of people out there already in the audience. So we're gonna get to you guys in just a minute. But anyway, I have up on the cover what we're discussing today. This is the fifth book in the Priestley series. And I, for one, have enjoyed this book immensely. So I hope you all have as well. I hope you've all had an opportunity to read the book because y'all know me. I be liking to talk. So I'm going to try to be good. I say that all the time, but anyway, we'll see. So Miss Sharon Cooper, welcome back to the book bar. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are
hanging out
always a pleasure. So anyway, Miss Sharon, I've noticed something today as I was preparing for this discussion that this is your 50th book.
It is number 50. Can you believe it?
Yes, because I've been reading them.
Okay.
But I haven't been counting them.
Yeah, if I count it right, this is number 50.
Oh my gosh. So how does that feel?
It feels like, wow, 50 books. It's like, who knew? When I started the process of, becoming an author, trying to learn the craft, just never really thought about once I get to 50 books or 100 books or whatever, just never thought that far ahead,
Mm-hmm.
And so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So given that 50 books, how would you say your journey has been? Have you been having some ebbs and flows, or it's been pretty smooth? Kind of tell us a little bit about that.
That is a great question. It's had its highs, its lows. Mostly it's on me, where it's like, oh, do I want to keep writing? Maybe I should go out and find another job. Maybe this, it goes back and forth. And it's not consistently like when it happens or anything. So yes, I would definitely say there are ebbs and flows, but like most authors, you just kind of keep pecking away because the stories are still in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to get them on the paper. That sometimes is like, okay, let's just get it together so I can just get it on the paper.
We're going to take a moment just to say hello to some of the people that's joined us. Hello there, Miss Loretta. How are you? Thank you for joining us. And then we have who we have here too. Say hello there, Deb. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've all read the book. And then y'all please chime in with any questions or high points you want to make, or let Sharon know how you feel about the book. Just kind of keep them coming. We'll bring them up on the screen. Take a few minutes for Sharon to answer your question or to respond to any comments that you have. Hey there, Miss Tammy, we do this for you. She's here for you and us. So, let's take the time, make it useful, y'all. Hey, JB. Hey, Sister Love. What's going on? Hey there, Miss Velva. Hey. What's going on, guys? Okay, thank you for joining us. Hey, Miss Ruby. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being out there. Miss Ola, hey now, haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I think this JB was commenting on when I said I was going to try to be good, but she like me, she want the real tea, right?
Okay.
Yeah, congratulations on your 50th book.
Thank
Along with this 50th book, you've also won quite a few awards over the years too by Rochelle Ehlers, Beverly Jenkins, just to name a few of those. So, big congrats on that, right?
Thank you. It's been a nice ride.
Right there. Hey, Miss Brenda. Hey there, my friend. This is one of my reading buddies here.
Oh, cool.
Hey. So they're all saying congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Mama Tony. Hey there. Yes. Love the series.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you.
Hey, Miss Romcom. How's it going? Thank you for joining us. Hey, Cuzzo, what's going on? Thank you for being out there. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, you probably have because once you pick up
Yeah,
one, you keep going.
I appreciate that.
Hey, Miss
Thanks,
Joyce. Hey,
Joyce.
hey. All right, y'all. We so appreciate you
Thank
all
you,
being
guys.
here. Um,
Oh, this is so sweet.
yeah. So okay, so let's get into this. Okay, so before we kind of dive in, I want to kind of just want to talk a little bit about the process. And guys, let me just ask this question, and y'all mull over this too, because I need some help describing this particular thing. So throughout reading this book, and after I read the book, and after I was pondering on the story, absolutely love the story. I just kept saying in my mind, is something different about this book, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I was talking to somebody else and they said the same thing. We couldn't find the right word to describe what the difference was. I even
A
read
good difference or a bad difference?
it was totally a good difference for me, and I believe the person I was talking to, good difference for her as well. I also think I read like a review or a comment or something about the book that also said this one hit different too, and I was like, wow, that's kind of the consensus, at least for three people, right? So if you all felt that way, and if you have a way or word or phrase to describe it, drop it in the chat because I just can't find the right words. It was just a good
And I
different,
want to
but
know so I can
yeah,
keep doing it.
so you can keep doing it. Hey, Maisha, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. So, okay. So we know for a fact, Sharon, that you are a powerhouse with the pen, right? We know you know how to do family. We know you know how to do romantic suspense, and you can even really do rom com. So we know all of that. So this Priestley family, when you started writing that, where did your characters come from? Did they come up as you were writing each book, or did you know who the family structure was in the very beginning?
I knew some basic things, but for the most part, the characters came up as I wrote the books. I knew like a little bit about some of their personality. I knew I wanted Essence to be like the good girl. I wanted Cree to be a mess. I wanted, I'm losing. I wanted there to be one boy. Who else did I miss? Dakota? No, not Dakota. I'm getting my
Nyla.
people. Nyla. I wanted her to be a little eccentric. So I knew things like that, but I didn't know like all of the details of like what their story would be, who their love interest would be. I just knew some basic things like about their personalities. And
Mm.
then the rest just kind of came like either with the from the previous book or when I sat down to try to plot out, the next story. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, and I don't know if this was intentional, but this was just something I picked up on. Like with each story, you wrote the story. So Nyla obviously was first. So we were just all over her, getting to know her, and her mate, her person. And then it seemed like you drop a little bit, you just spilled a little bit of DNA of the next book. So then we got that, so is that intentional how you do that? So the
You
reader
know,
can almost tell who's
it's
next.
funny. It's funny because sometimes I would drop stuff in those books and it would be a hint to the next book, but I have no clue like of the next book. But it's like when you're writing, sometimes ideas just pop in your head, like, oh, this could be fun.
we we talked about that too.
Yeah, like that time, and I got so many emails off that time. I think it was Zion's book where I don't know why I can't think of his little sister's name, but the youngest one. It starts with a D, but I don't want to.
Oh,
Uh,
it was a Dion.
yeah.
Wait,
Anyway, yeah, I
yeah.
can't think of her name just off the top. Oh, hold up, I could probably tell you in 1 second. But anyway, I had her and Lennox running through, like running through the
The
yard.
backyard.
And I got so many emails after that, like, oh, what were they running for? What were they running from? I'm thinking, like, I have no idea. I just thought it was fun while I was typing. I'm like, ooh, I should have to show up, and yeah.
I
So
think for me, when you had that, you at the end, it kind of like
Dorian.
what
Yes,
the
it was
Dorian.
Thank
Yeah,
you, guys.
I was gonna say, I was like, what the what? Because the way you had it, or in my mind, or again, because we didn't see it, but in my mind, I was thinking you had them running like it was gonna be some kind of mystical story coming, like it's gonna be on some kind of mystic island. And immediately I was like, okay, what we doing with this? Why are they running?
After that, and it was funny in a sense because I was like, I have no clue. I got to make it good for whatever they were running for. But when I was just typing, when I was working on Zion's story, that just popped in my head, so I just went with it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, you did
come back to bite me.
You recovered well, or at least the next story was so good that we forgot about them running. All we know is they was together. But then that also brings me to, as you say, sometimes you put things in there because in your mind you just get like, maybe I'm so assuming you get so caught up in the story, you get kind of carried away, and this looks and feels good, right?
Yeah.
But then but we talked about this too. It was, which story was it? It might have been Zion's story. No, maybe Cree's story. I'm not sure. One of those where you brought up the uncle, Isaiah, and but the way you wrote him so intentional, like he was a secondary character. We all knew that.
Yeah.
But you gave him such uniqueness that he almost kind of overshadowed the dad.
Like it was only like 2 or 3 sentences,
Whatever.
When that book was published, I that was another one where people said, "Oh, is the uncle go get a story?" I'm like, "Uncle." I just had a little fun with him. I had no intention of making him like stand out.
Yeah. Okay, so Ruby is saying hit different. It was heartwarming. Definitely that.
Okay.
I think it had a lot to do with Jackson. Jackson was just, everybody needs a Jackson in their life, or some forms of a Jackson, because this guy was patient. He was just on point all the time, just there all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but he was doing things for Essence before she even knew she needed them.
Okay.
So I don't know how she couldn't see before he even said it that he didn't love her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So heartwarming, yes.
Okay.
Yes, Ruby. I agree with that. Yeah. Hey King, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Ruby, for sure. Jackson was Bay all the way. Y'all tell me too about.
I gotta figure out how to make another Jackson then.
Well, you've had other forms of Jacksons too that we hold on to, because I think even somebody said something about they love Last. Now,
love him or hate him.
Right. Most people love him. And what made you bring him back in this story, though?
Because people always ask, what's going on with Last and Journey? You'd be shocked. I actually get emails like that, but I love them, because it's so cool that the characters stay with readers long after their books are done. And it's heartwarming. That's heartwarming for me,
Yeah.
Wow, and people every now and then, I'll get something like, I'll be okay if you put Last in this upcoming story, or is what's going on with Laz and Journey? Do they have another book? Mind you, they the only ones that have 2 books, you know. Is there another book? Yeah. So it was just something about that couple that yeah. That one, Laz, I get the most emails about.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was glad to see him in it, and also glad to see Dominic in there as well. But now when it's so you got the siblings, you have, all of the siblings now have been accounted for. You've got stories. But I noticed that as you kept going from book to book to book, we saw a little bit less of Nyla. She didn't appear so much in the books. And then we saw a little bit less of Zion in the books. But Raven took center stage.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I did notice that because I think she showed up more in every book after hers, more so than Nyla and Zion. I have no idea. Maybe I don't know.
So that's what I was going to ask. Was that intentional, or was that just one of your kind of reading things? Or maybe she was just speaking to you more than anybody else.
What it was. I think I connected more with her, and certain things that I would have the character say just felt like something she would say. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did notice that though. Yeah. And I can't even tell you why.
Yeah, I just kind of
like one of the things, and this really happens like with the Jenkins family series. The more books you get, the harder it is to add everybody, have them show up on the page. Have like, 20 books in a series, and you're trying to, put those 20 people somewhere in the story without it. Because I don't know if you've ever read a book where, and this is no offense to the authors, but where they might like dump a whole lot of names in there. In like one chapter, you have, 20 names, and you're trying to remember who is who now. And what that is, they're trying to like catch you up with, with those. But it's not necessarily the best thing to do, because if it's a new person that picks up that particular book, they're going to be lost. Some names, and so even just trying to add everybody from previous books to the next few books is challenging. Challenging. Unless you could do one here and there where, because whenever I write a book, I try to write it to where if I have a new reader to find me and I'm on book 10, I want them to be able to pick that book up and not be lost,
Mm-hmm.
So it's a juggling act.
But I think like even bringing Laz in, and it was funny too, and I thought about this too when you brought him in, and he had just a small piece, and we loved it, right? It was dynamic,
and it was fun to write.
It was, but you kept his same personality, like you didn't switch up. Like almost like you were like in tune with that character, but he is a fictional character, right? Because how does she get it right all the time? Like even he's in another series and he was just he was on 10, like he always is, saying the things that we normally know he would say. Right?
Yeah, and it's very intentional, because I want him, I want all of the characters to be like, and I think one thing that helps too is when I get feedback from readers, they talk about the characters as if they know them. And so then all of a sudden I'm feeling like, oh yeah, Laz wouldn't do something like that, or Laz would, this would definitely be something Laz would do, and not that they're, I treat them as real people or anything, but after a while, when you spend so much time with them, especially like with the guys in Atlanta's Finest, because there's so many books, you kind of like connect, and it's like, okay, I know Kenton wouldn't do this, but Angela would, or or vice versa.
Yeah, that's cool that you can keep up with them like that, even after so many series after, or books after. So
Yeah.
Ruby is saying something that I kind of agree with.
They need cousins.
They do need cousins. And then here we got an amen from Miss Joyce. She says they need cousins.
So does that mean I don't have to go back to the Jenkins family? Because I got some emails that people want to update on the Jenkins family. So yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not saying don't do that.
Oh.
And I was thinking about the Jenkins family too, when you talked about like it's hard to bring everybody, into the story or whatever. But the one story that the family reunion that you did with the Jenkins, that was genius. And you could always do something like that. We okay with that, right?
Yeah.
Or if somebody getting married, they come all to one place or something like that. That way you can just focus on the one couple, but then we could say hi to the rest of the people,
Definitely. I thought about something like that, similar for the Atlanta's Finest. Since I haven't done anything with any of them because I was trying to finish the Priestley family. I don't know if I'll do that again though, where I just work on one series at a time. Because normally when I first started writing, I would do like a reunited book, a Jenkins family book, an Atlanta's Finest book, and I would kind of alternate.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to see if there would be a difference as far as with the Priestley. I wrote those back to back to back without writing another book in between. And I think
how did that feel?
I think I like the old way better.
Okay, switching up. Yeah. Because I don't know about you. I'm not like a writer, but like I would say that you would probably get a little bit of energy, like or some creativity going from one to another instead of just staying with the one subject matter.
Definitely. I do think based on feedback, readers enjoy just staying within the series. Mm-hmm. They enjoyed knowing who was coming next, or I think some enjoyed that, or at least based on the feedback. So yeah, but creatively, I think I'll probably mix it up some.
Okay, we're okay with that. Something like that. Yeah, Miss Mary. Yep, that's that. We love the Jenkins family. Yes. So, guys, is there any? What was your favorite? A favorite scene in this book? Chime in your favorite scene. Also, too, along with that, who is your favorite character? Now that we've got like 5 books into the series, we kind of know all the family a little bit. Who's your favorite character, and what was your favorite scene? Chime in.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'll say first.
What's yours?
I was going to say first. So I think in this book, oh my gosh, it was so many of them.
Really?
Yeah, because some of them was like not funny, but they were like, I love the conversation with her and the auntie.
Okay.
Because, and I'll tell you why, because I was thinking that, and I know you wasn't going to write, everybody wasn't going to have a book, but she was pretty like a quiet storm, and we knew about her, but we didn't know too much about her. But I love the aunt, the mother's sister.
Oh, Aunt Gigi.
Gigi, yeah.
So you're saying that she was the quiet storm.
She was kind of the quiet one. So the Isaiah, he was just out there. You know what I mean? So we saw him. Yeah, we see you, Unc, right?
Okay.
But with Gigi, we knew she worked there. She would have some funny stuff in there, but like I love how she really kind of changed the perception for Essence in there. So I love that for heartwarming scene.
Okay.
I like Uncle Isaiah when he was talking about Cree and how mean she is, because that's right.
That was fun to write.
And then I love the girls. I always love the girls when they get together, and do that, because they just funny as heck. You know what I mean? And I love the relationship between oh my God, what is the son's name? Shoot, y'all. What's the
Oh,
son's
Trey.
Trey? I
Yeah.
love the relationship between them and how, even though he's not a father, he was really a father. So I love that.
Okay.
So yeah,
Idris. The uncle was Idris, I think.
Idris. I call him
Idris.
Isaiah.
Yeah. I was
What
like,
was the dad's name? Isaiah, I think.
Israel.
Israel.
I think that
Okay,
was
I'm all
Israel.
off.
I
Okay,
don't know.
okay,
I
you're right
moved
though. You're
on.
right. You're right. You're right though. Uh,
I was like,
so favorite character is Creed. Ola says her favorite character is
okay.
Creed. Yeah,
Creed was
I like
one of
Creed's.
my favorite to write.
Yeah,
Her and Lennox. I really like Lennox too. I don't know why, but yeah, I like Lennox.
yeah.
But Creed was my favorite female because it was like I could almost put anything goes, with Creed.
Oh,
She could say whatever she wanted.
right. Well, yes, she was. She didn't mind. Uh, so okay, so Brenda says she loves Isaiah's son. I
Okay.
love him too. Yeah. He loved. He did pull on the heartstrings. And me too. Me too. Okay, so Cree is mean, but she's also nice though. And then and I also noticed too in the book too, like your your siblings had their people, right? So we knew Cree and Essence,
Right.
Dorian and Nyla, and then Zion was just all of them. And then Cree and I mean Raven was all of them too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But Raven just kind of like came into that family, and it was like she was the sibling, and Zion was the in-law.
I know, right?
Goodness.
I did
Okay.
notice that. It just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This was funny
Okay.
too. This was funny, but it was also a message in there too. With that dad though, like he.
What was it? Kyle? I think it's Kyle.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't have words for him. He wasn't like a true villain, but he was like, dude, like, come on, get it, get out of here with that. Like, you messing around with these young kids, and then now you fighting them, and it's your own son, and both of them beating his tail.
I will say I struggle with that scene a little bit because I'm like, is this just too ridiculous? It's like. But I wanted something a little over the top, but not too crazy. Yeah, that scene, yeah, that one I kind of
that was perfect for what you said. It was a little over the top, but it wasn't like, but it was funny though, because technically you got these young boys, because that could happen, like, you coming in there thinking like you got the spotlight, and these guys is like they know who they are, right? So they're not coming from like some broken family where they
exactly.
looking for validation. Like, you're the one that's over there looking for validation. They know who they are.
Yeah.
And then Brenda Woodbury says Cree is her favorite character. Okay. Yes, she was.
Oh, Kyle, yeah.
Yeah. But he wasn't, I don't know, Ruby, tell me this. Did you think he was, because I was trying to think, he was the least favorite character in the book, but was he really a villain though? I don't know if he had villain, if you would give him villain status. What about you, Sharon? Would you give him villain status or just a least favorite character?
I probably would just give him a least favorite character. Because I don't know, the villain status in that book was, what's her name? Savannah.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
even she wasn't like, too super heavy,
She was more of a warm and scorn.
Yeah.
Okay, Tammy wants to know when you're coming to
Maryland. Huh. That's a good question. I have a lot of readers in Maryland, actually. So if I'm gonna go somewhere, that's where I should go.
Oh yeah, and that whole thing with her being pregnant was crazy. But no, what was really funny was when she when she was telling Cree,
And then Jackson and Trey
and
walked in.
then Jackson and Trey walked in, and Trey had all the right jokes, right?
Yeah, what? Too soon, you know?
And then Jackson was like, he missed a step, had to hold on to the chair. And because Essen was so super sensitive about the whole thing, right? I was like, when that scene, I caught like the whole he skipped the beat and then he had to hold on to the chair. I was like, oh my God, I hope she doesn't run into herself and then not embrace it or whatever before he got a chance to tell her that he was happy about it. Hey, LaShawn.
Hi. I wanted him to be shocked. But when you're writing, sometimes you don't know if it comes through on the page.
Mm-hmm.
So I can visualize it. I can totally see him walking in like, hold up, wait, what did I just walk into? But trying to make sure it came across, where I wanted the reader to be able to imagine him walking in and, Trey cracking jokes and, aren't you too old to be having kids? Stuff like that.
Mm.
That scene was a fun scene to write.
Yeah. And then another real heartfelt moment too was when Trey was bringing him home from the wedding, when she left him at the hotel and he was bringing him home from the wedding. I wasn't expecting for him to ask him about Savannah and then say, well, Mom is not really your girl, she's your friend. I wasn't expecting for him to have that adult kind of conversation with Jackson, but it was really cool, right?
Oh, good.
That was really cool.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Trey just wanted to make sure that their relationship wouldn't change, his Jackson's, if things didn't work out with his mom.
I kind of feel like in my mind that Jackson could never do that. I think Trey was his regardless of whatever. I think he was his. Yeah. Savannah, the one thing, Savannah, I don't know how she got a promotion and lost a promotion all almost in the same breath because of like.
Yeah, that probably was a stretch, but.
Well, no, but you played it right though with her. Like I'll give you the money if you leave Jackson alone. But she didn't anticipate somebody saying something to the board about her being that, and then a board of that stature you couldn't have, like she couldn't be on the board of directors doing that kind of stuff like that. So I understand she probably wasn't right fit for it anyway.
So, yeah. Couldn't act any kind of way.
Yeah, she said Savannah was too.
Yeah. It got on her nerves.
Right. But you know what I also love about this too is even though how we have some second chances or friends to lovers kind of thing where the characters, it's either the guy or the girl. I mean, the guy or the girl, where they have a reason why they shouldn't be together and they just run it. I like the fact that even though Essence had her concerns and they were real valid concerns, you didn't overkill. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's a delicate balance though. I'll admit, and in defense of my author friends out there or authors that I even don't know, it is such a delicate balance when we try to, take those friends to lovers, where it's like, sometimes we might let it go on too long, where they fight it too long, and then the reader just gets frustrated with it. Yeah, it's a delicate balance.
Yeah,
you just hope that you hit it right.
Yeah, I think you held her on enough for us to get the picture.
Okay.
Of what.
So that's I guess that's the key, is once the reader gets the picture, then what? Then you can kind of pivot. As
Yeah,
all
move it along. Either they're gonna go with it or they're gonna just say, no, I'm not taking a chance or whatever.
okay.
Uh yeah, so
Good
I
to
mean
know. That's good. That's good feedback.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
if you
it's
guys
sometimes hard to like even with enemies to lovers. I'm not a big
hmm
fan of enemies to lover. I'm working on one now, and that balance, trying to figure out, okay, do they still be, should I keep them enemies for a little longer, or can I cut it off now? Yeah, and that's why I don't write that many enemies to lovers because it's like it's hard to know how far to go. As far as how long do you keep them as enemies before they could, move on to the good stuff.
well, but even with that balance too, I would think that you also have to find the right connection in the scenes, like moving up to where they're going to actually figure out that they're going to be together, or
Yeah,
where it makes sense. So, yeah, which is
that's
all
true.
considered a
Yeah,
balance. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Good
So,
feedback.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So Essence didn't have any problem putting Savannah in her place, especially when she said, gonna be a little hard to do because we're engaged. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me see what is yeah, she was a little bit unhinged. Which scene was great? Brenda, I'm sorry. Let us know which scene you thought was great. Um, oh yeah.
Yeah, Virginia. It's so funny because I got carried away with the scene. I took some of it out though, because I just had too much fun with Virginia, and it was just almost overkill. So I had to go back to that scene, cut it, because I was doing too much.
Okay, so now that the book is out and most of us have read the book, can you share with us some of those scenes?
Yeah, what I had done was had it where she gave Essence this, big speech, kind of like a little bit like she did Zion, where she was like, "This is not how I raised you guys," to be. Yes, I wanted you all to find your mates and have kids and all, but not out of not in the way that all of you have been doing. And she was going on, and Essence was like rolling her eyes, and so I took out stuff like that, because it's like, okay, this is like really overkill.
Yeah. But
She
I
did
think
actually give a speech, and yeah, so I saved you guys and didn't bother putting that stuff in.
oh, well, we do love it the way it is. But, also, too, I think it was good for Virginia because I think Essence had held on to like feeling less than for a long time because she felt like she disappointed her family in having Trey out of wedlock, right? And she was still that single mom, still that to stay,
Yeah.
raising a teenage kid. But then,
and I wanted to bring across that she was a good girl. Even at her age, she still wanted to be that child to she wanted to still be that good girl, as far as for her parents. She didn't want to be the troublemaker. She didn't want them, to disappoint them, even at that age. And so I tried to bring that crowd without making her, look like a child.
but she did still feel that because we can be adults and still feel that connection with not wanting to disappoint our parents, and then I think when she had, even though she was grown and this was the second time around, now she's having a child out of wedlock, she still felt some kind of way.
Yeah.
But what I love about what Virginia said is that the glow. And, okay, tell me this. So you set this up so perfect, right? So at the wedding in the beginning, you kept saying that
I didn't know. That was not in my notes. I already know what you're gonna add. The glow part, it just came on a fly. That was not in my notes. And I didn't have when I wrote that part about her, whenever she looked up, Virginia was watching her at the reception.
Yeah.
I didn't have nothing. I was like, I don't know why she watched. It just felt right.
Really?
I
You
kid
have
you
got to
not.
be kidding me.
I'm not kidding. And I was just hoping something would come to mind as I went along. I thought for
Sharon,
sure I was gonna have to go
this
back.
is number three. Because when I was reading, and then he kept saying, "Why is mom looking at you? Mom is still looking at you. You're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. Whatever." I said, "Oh, something's good gonna come, right?"
I didn't know what it was because that was not in my notes. But it's like, okay. But when Cree said, I'm like, I can do something with this. Yeah, I had nothing until I got to that scene.
Oh my God,
Normally,
that
I don't
was
like to do that. I like to have everything outlined and that way I can just kind of plow through. I wonder if that's why it took so long with this book too, because this book took me longer than any of my books. But I think it was just life too, where it's just, trying to stay focused, changing stuff up, just not satisfied with how, the book, was going, go back and change it. Yeah, I was getting on my own nerves writing this book. So that's why the feedback has been so phenomenal. And it's like, I gotta figure out what was it that way I can do it in the next book or the next book and the next book. But
well.
yeah,
I
a lot
have.
of surprises in that book for me too, because the outline did not have half that stuff in it.
This is exactly why I love talking to you. Is because you don't sugarcoat anything, guys. Listen, what you see is what you get with
That's
her.
it. That's it. I'm human.
But I will tell you this though. I want to say the words about her glowing. And when she asked, "Did you see this with Cree?" and she said no, I was like, oh, because what a thing to say to your daughter when you know she has felt like somewhat of a disappointment for all of these years, and then she go and kind of do the same thing again in her adult life, and then just to hear that kind of validation from your mom. And what was really cool too, y'all, you got to excuse me because when I read a book and I get invested in characters and stuff like that, I go all in and I be picking up a whole lot of stuff. But when she made, like when she walked in there, she was already, she had the soup, right? The same soup. And then,
None of that
she,
was in the outline.
what?
It was not. I'm telling you, none of that was in the outline.
Oh my God. Because then I said, okay, when Jackson decided to stay out and, shovel the snow with the dad, she was just like, you said we was in this together. And then when she goes in, the mom is real quiet. She lays down that soup. And then it's like, this is the same thing she did for me when, before, like she knows, and now she gets nervous. And then she goes into the whole spiel about the halo. Oh my God. That might be my favorite scene, y'all.
Really?
That might be, well, it's definitely one of them. It was just so many of them that, kind of pulled at your heartstrings when you were, I know this was like a romance or whatever. And I think that's kind of why this one hit different for me, is because as a family, and I love family, I am so dedicated to family in fiction and in life, right? And the way they came together, the way Jackson just was at her beck and call, knowing what she needed, the way she would, be at his side when he needed, and then Trey, the mom, the uncle, just, I don't know, it's just a lot of ingredients in this one.
Okay.
It was just, I don't know, it was just really good. So Brenda Larnell said her favorite scene was one of the ones she liked was this one right here with Jackson. So she was probably responding to the one I said.
Oh, when they were in the truck.
Yeah. He was just, that's why I say you need a Jackson, you need a Jackson around.
Oh, Savannah.
Yeah. She really did think that.
Mm-hmm.
She did. Yeah. And I was going to ask you about that too, because she did, like,
well, remember, I said that the original scene that I had for Virginia, she was getting on my nerves too. She was like, it was an overkill. So she calmed down because I took a lot of stuff out of that scene.
Oh, okay. But she was more sensitive this time instead of being like, kind of in up in your face kind of thing.
Yeah, like she was with everybody else.
Well, definitely with Dorian, man. She was,
yeah.
but even little Dorian too was like she took control of there. And what else is super funny is like they be like really kind of like getting it together because they do not want them church guys. And what the mama always finding the church guys that don't want them in the fight. They're going to, okay, Mother Virginia, we'll come to dinner, but we really don't want to.
Yeah, that's funny because in my outline, the original outline, the story does not look anything like the outline. But in the original outline, I had Essence going to church with her, and the mom was going to fix her up with one of the junior, or I think he was a youth pastor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just did not come. It did not. Yeah. So it worked out, I guess.
The pregnancy scene gets another point. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay. Hey, Miss Cindy. You knew where she was going. Give us some more information on that if you can. Tell us what you mean by that. Yeah, love to hear because I'm trying to get all of y'all little stuff out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that was all I was saying, Joyce. Like when she kept saying it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. Because Virginia always be coming with the stuff.
Yeah.
Right. That is true. That is true.
I probably say too much.
We love it though. We love it. Mary says, Essence son remarks came across funny, but so mature. Yeah. And me too, Mary. I love that, and I love that you even told us how Jackson felt about it. Like he brought tears to his eyes because that was just one more thing that we added into his character. And just made him more.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. That's something you could do. You could show us how she handling the grandbabies. But now when you were, is there throughout the series, I'm going to ask you a 2-part question.
Okay.
Throughout the series, was there any scene or character that you had some difficulty with in writing?
Yeah. In Lennox's book, I knew something traumatic had happened between him and I can't think of his ex-girlfriend's name. But I struggled to write her part because I wanted to make her unlikable, but not too unlikable. I didn't want any of the stories. I wanted it to be, initially when I started this series, it was supposed to be a really, really, really light contemporary romance, almost to the point, almost sweet romance, almost. Mm-hmm. And it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out that way. Yeah, but I think Lennox's ex-girlfriend probably was the one I had trouble writing. As far as the main characters, I don't think, and maybe Harrison, because I was trying to make it, because I wanted him to be a sympathetic character. Mm-hmm. Harrison is Nyla's husband. I wanted him to be a sympathetic character because of the whole incarceration and stuff like that. But it was a little tough because it's like, okay, how would he act? Trying to put myself, trying to envision like what would it be like, Mm-hmm. So that was a little tricky.
Okay.
I think it came out okay, but his was a little tricky to write because I wanted it to feel authentic, but also where it's not like a super sad story. I'm not trying to make people cry and all that kind of stuff. So
it kind of comes with the territory sometimes, though.
What'd you say?
It kind of comes with the territory sometimes, though.
Yeah, I guess.
But you, even though you did that thing, and he had the big powwow, Harrison had the big powwow with his mom through the series, though, you are seeing how they are trying to, kind of make amends. So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, yeah. And realistically, I don't know if it would be that easy, to forgive, but I figure, with a book, I can make it where they forget there's forgiveness.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Cindy, we did kind of, yeah, that was kind of like we thought that, but we are so happy though that you made her pregnant and that Jackson has his, even though Trey is his, that he has his own,
Right.
especially since the whole reason why he's not with his wife in the first place is because she shafted him on the old kid thing.
Right. So I really felt like I had to have it where he.
Mm-hmm.
Either he had a secret child out there, or Essence had to give him.
No, we like this better. We like that it's Essence. Guys, it's almost our time, but I would love, and Sharon would love to hear from you guys. Like, if you want to ask her just anything about her journey or the story, the series. Obviously, before we let her go, she's going to tell us what's coming next. But just any questions, the floor is open for you all. So just, ask away. Anything you want. Hey there, Miss Prissy.
Hey, Miss Prissy.
And then, no secret. Yeah, I'm with you. So totally with you.
I'm glad that didn't work out.
Right. Yeah, I'm glad too. Because, I would have been saying, just why? Essence had a perfectly working package, right? So Sharon, while we're waiting for any questions from the audience, do you have any questions for us?
You guys answered my question. The big one was because of some of the feedback I had received regarding this book. And I was just wondering, like, what was it that why it hit differently, basically. And so that feedback is very helpful. I do know with certain books, it just, a lot of it depends on the characters too, their personalities and how they, show up, or if they show up for the author.
Yeah. Now, okay, so Brenda says, love the Priestley family. They're becoming iconic. You know what? They kind of are like the Jenkins, like the Jenkins. So yeah, I feel that way.
That surprises me.
Yeah. You do the family really well. So we know, like I said earlier, you can do family series really, really well. You can do romantic suspense really, really well. And even the rom-com that you dibbled and dabbled in, that, you do that really well. Is there anything else that you would like to write other than what you've already kind of played, playgrounds you played in?
No, an author friend told me I should try romantasy.
Yeah, romantasy.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it, but anything fantasy I do would be angels. So I don't know if those make it to books or not, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe one day I might try it and see what happens. But yeah, but nothing off the top of my. I did say I might try women's fiction. I don't read a whole lot of women's fiction, but I feel like my style is not too far off from women.
Yeah, because what was the book? Oh my goodness, what was the name of that book that you wrote?
It was a women's fiction.
I want to say, would you kind of think that, or were you kind of going for that when you wrote that? Let me just see.
Something new?
Yeah, was it something new, or it was the work one? It's in it to win it. That was more kind of on the.
Really? You thought that was?
Well, no, I mean, it was. I considered it a rom-com, but it wasn't that far off from a women's women's fiction. I guess women fiction is when you have mostly like the like like multiple friend things, or a woman going through. Anyway, of course I don't know how that makes it up, but that one could
Yeah.
have been. It has some elements of women's fiction in it.
Yeah, it does. I have a couple of them that probably could almost border women's fiction, but yeah, I've never intentionally tried to do a women's fiction, but maybe one day.
Yeah, we'll see.
I connect more with guys though, with the because my heroes are the ones that come to mind first. So I don't even know if I could do a women's fiction because it really have to be focused on women, I guess.
Well, hey, you can do like a male version of that too. It hasn't been done before, but you do put a lot of juice in hands. Yeah, I don't know. Lately, what I have realized in this community is that people make up tropes as they go, and so why not you? Right?
I'll have to keep that in mind. That could
be the first. Be the first. Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you see this comment up here. I left it up here.
That is nobody but Miss Prissy.
Exactly.
I already know.
She is not giving up, obviously. So I don't know.
She's right. She's right. Because I did move Royce to Cincinnati so that I could do a little spin off with him and his brothers. But I've got nothing, Miss Prissy.
Yeah.
Miss Prissy did give me an idea, but I think I might have used it for something else.
You did. When you were supposed to be doing it, we were supposed to be doing a Royce, and what did you do? You did do it, but
I do know I did it. I think I did it for somebody else.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll move him up a little bit higher on the list, Miss Percy.
And Miss Brenda says, just want to tell you that she loves all of your books.
Thank you, Miss Brenda.
And then, yeah, I think so too. Or we're calling it men's fiction, but we making it up like everybody else do.
Now let me ask you, if I did do a men's fiction, who would be my reader? Would it be men? Or would women read it? Or
it could be for both, but the women already are you're around your table, so we'll probably pick it up first.
Okay.
And then we'd have to give it to them. Or no, there's some men that follow you too, I'm sure.
There are, especially my romantic suspense. Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Okay. Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to pull some men about that. We'll have to do a pool.
But what I would probably do is still, of course, I just can't imagine not having romance in it. So it still would be, I think it still would be a good read for women also. Because it would have some romance.
Well, you know what? You've kind of already done this before, because remember you did the what was the book that you did with Delaney Diamond and Reese Ryan?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you've kind of done something like that. Yeah.
I have the Irresistible Man series. No, the Irresistible Husband.
Irresistible Husband. Yeah. So
that's true. That's a good point, because I think those books were more focused on the men more so than the heroine. Yeah. Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? So just kind of do it like that.
Yeah.
And you can appeal to still both of us, the men and the women.
Yeah. That's a good point. Very good.
Okay. And then yes. Don't worry. I got it. I got it. Oh, okay. So look at this.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Yes. Oh, that's right. That's who Royce was. That's what I thought too, because it was
right. Harrison. Yeah.
Okay, so Harrison was
Royce was in that story.
Yeah, because Royce was moving in that book you said he was moving. Yeah. So and Harrison was his friend. And then after you didn't use him in the story, well, you didn't make the story about him. We said that maybe they could have some kind of cookout or, whatever. And then Harrison and Nyla could go down there.
Yeah, I gotta
just
remember
do
that.
it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
remember when I write Royce's story, I gotta add Nyla and Harrison to
Yeah, 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 yeah. So Brenda is going for women's fiction. She
Okay.
likes women fiction. Yep, your fan base. You got the fan base for either one of those. Atlanta's Finest, if you got men there, I'm pretty sure they'll pick that up.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, because you definitely the Atlanta's Finest, like you already, that's the same thing.
I'm almost doing it even with the Atlanta's Finest now that I think about it.
Yeah. So you're right there.
Okay, cool.
Uh-oh. She couldn't come in all of this time.
Huh.
All right. So guys, this is our time. I hate it when it's over. But anyway, so Sharon, we got a few more minutes. Well, our time is already over, but we're going to take a few more minutes for you to tell us, like, anybody who's new to you, where we can find you, what's coming next, if you can say, and if there's any call to action that you want us to do or you to do.
I first, let me say, those of you who take the time to review books, thank you so much. That is so important for authors. And I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to do that. For those who are new to me, my website is SharonCooper.net. You can reach me through the website. You can reach my social media through the website also. So yeah, SharonCooper.net. If you want to find out a little more details about what I have coming next, sign up for my newsletter. That's also on my website. I'm going to be doing a cover reveal pretty soon to my newsletter followers, because my next project is entitled "Loving Her Enemy."
Yeah. And Sharon, is this something you're publishing yourself, or is this
I am. I'm publishing that myself. It is a standalone, which is something I usually don't do. But it was an idea.
Look, wait, we'll see about that. Yeah. We'll see about that.
I do have a couple in mind. So yeah, but usually that's how they start. And then people like Miss Prissy is like, hold up, can't you get such and such a book, that was in this book? And yeah, so yeah, but right now it's a standalone. Yeah, and it's called Loving My Enemy. It's a contemporary romance with a few comedic scenes. Yeah.
Okay. We love that. And I think you got a standing ovation for the women's fiction. So I say.
Okay. So I'll work on that.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, also too, I asked Sharon, I know sometimes people are a little bit shy, or the platform that I do this in, when you're listening, and I so appreciate you guys for following and coming in and hanging out with us. But if you ever want to do something like a little bit more intimate, like a Zoom where you're all in the room and, you can kind of chat instead of typing your questions or something like that, I would be willing to do that. And if Sharon has the availability, I can definitely reach out and schedule something with her for that. So please let me know either in the comments or just kind of DM me on Facebook or Instagram or something. If that's something you're interested in, I would be happy to set that up. Because I do know that this platform, I do it for various reasons. It works. But if you all want something a little bit more intimate, I'll be willing to set that up too. So
that would be fun.
Yeah. So Sharon is amenable, and you don't have to wait, because we can all come back and talk about this, because there's still so much to talk about. But if y'all want to set it up for the next book that she's got coming out, please let me know so that I can set it up and get her on our calendar. Yes, for Zoom. I think, that's a little bit more intimate, and I think people are a little bit more comfortable with that. So I do this for you all and the authors. So Okay, so Miss Ruby says she would love
Okay.
it. And then Tammy says she would love it. So yeah, so if you guys want to do this, let me know if you want to talk a little bit about the Priestley family. You want me to set it up, or if you want to wait till the next release instead of doing this platform, we can do Zoom. You all let me know, DM me, or reach out to me on either Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. Just let me know, and then I'll let Sharon know.
Okay.
All right.
That could be fun.
Guys, make sure that you like this video. Make sure you share it out so people can see the replay. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to at least here so that whenever I have a show, you will get the notification. Okay. Okay. You are very welcome, Tammy. And thank you so much for being there. Okay, JB, I got you. So yeah, it looks like they might be amenable to doing that. So the
Okay.
next chat we won't do this platform, we'll do Zoom.
Sounds fun.
All right.
I just hope you guys like the book. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't do Zoom. No, I'm just kidding.
No, no.
Okay, I just gotta make sure you like the book.
Yeah. So guys, bye-bye for now. Make sure that you take care of yourself, be kind to others, and also yourself.
Thank
so we'll
you
see
guys.
You next.
Thanks, Midnight.
You're welcome. Bye-bye for now.